Welcome to Stark State College. I'm Para Jones, president of the college, and I'm delighted to welcome you to our college. Congratulations on making the choice to attend Stark State. That was your first step in achieving college and career success. Your second step is being here today at our Jumpstart event. This event is designed to help you succeed in college. Our data show that Stark State students who attend Jumpstart have higher success rates than students who do not. Research indicates that there are some key factors in student success, and they are a sense of belonging. That means that college students feel they belong in college. It's a good fit. They're socially integrated. Most studies show that students' sense of belonging have a direct positive benefit on grade point average. Another key success factor is a growth mindset, which means you believe in your own intelligence and your ability to grow that intelligence in college with our help. That is a huge contributor to a strong students who succeeds and a good grade point average. And another key success factor is to have that clear academic and career goal in mind so that you know why you're here, you know why you're doing the hard work, and you can directly link that goal to your successful future. Again, key element of success for you in college. This Jumpstart event covers all of those critical success factors, as well as study skills, where to go for help when you need it, and so much more. So thank you for choosing Stark State College. Thank you for participating in Jumpstart. I look forward to seeing you on campus.
Thank you, Dr. Jones, for that great welcome. Good morning. I am Dr. Fideria Nicholson-Sweeble, Dean of Student Success at Stark State College. Welcome to Jumpstart. We are so excited about your journey as a new Stark Stater. You have made a great choice in selecting Stark State College, and today we are going to help you jumpstart your semester. In addition to the many academic programs we offer here today, you will be provided with tools and strategies that will build upon what you've learned in new student orientation that will set the stage for a successful academic year. Today we will share with you the 5 habits of a highly successful student. These are habits that are important for you to adopt to ensure that you maximize your experience here at Stark State College, both inside and outside of the classroom. You will also have the opportunity to hear from several students today throughout the program. We have 3 short breakout sessions on the top 10 things to know about taking online courses. This session will provide you with strategies that will help you succeed when taking an online course at Stark State College. Jumpstart your future career confidence. In this session, you will learn about the tools, the resources, and the individualized support available to you through career services. And lastly, 6 weeks to student success. The first 6 weeks can set the stage for your entire semester, and this session will help you start your semester strong and provide you with the information about great campus resources. So you will have an opportunity to also ask our presenters questions after each session. After our final breakout session, Dr. Leda Gibson-Shree, Vice President of Academic Affairs, will provide final remarks. Please don't forget to complete the evaluation, which you can find on the Jumpstart website. Completing the evaluation will enter your name into a drawing to win a free laptop. Good luck and have a great semester.
Welcome to Stark State College. My name is Sherry Brooks, and I'm the Coordinator of Student Life and Recreation. Today, we're going to explore the 5 habits of highly successful students. Your first day of the semester begins soon, so let's jump in and get started. The first habit of a highly successful student is the ability to set goals that are realistic and establish priorities. You're off to a really good start because you made today a priority, and you're here. Each of you are coming to Stark State for a reason. You may have a goal to receive an associate's degree or a certificate, or perhaps you plan to transfer after Stark State to a university for your bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degree. Whichever your goal, we're glad you're here. Going to college is an investment in you and your future. Each of you most likely have a busy and full life already. Now you're adding school into that fullness. So it's important to set realistic goals and establish priorities before your first day of class. Let's hear from a recent successful Stark State graduate, Leonte Cooper, on how he has set and achieved his goals.
Welcome to Jumpstart. I'm so glad that you're getting ready to start at Stark State College. I too was once in your seat. My name is Cooper, and I'm a student at OSU and an proud alumni of Stark State College. I want to talk to you today about the highly effective habits of setting realistic goals and establishing your priorities. I can knock these both out very, very easily for you. Remember, I too went to Stark State, and I know what it's like to be in your position right now. You're probably wondering all of these questions about what your year is going to look like and how you're going to prioritize everything. If you follow this step by step, I can tell you that it worked out perfectly for me. So you want to write down your goals, and I mean it. Take out a piece of paper and take out a pen and write down your goals. I don't care how long it takes. It might take you longer than an hour. It might take you longer than a day to write down what you really want and to really think it through. However long it takes, it's worth writing it down. Be as detailed as possible. Remember, these goals are important to you. This is what you want to get done while you're at Stark State College. So, while I was at Stark State, I hung my goals on the bathroom wall. And the reason why I did that is because it reminded me every day when I woke up, it reminded me every day before I went to bed of what it was that I need to accomplish and what was important to me. That's how you make your goals a priority. And just to add the icing on the cake, I'm going to show you my goals. These are my goals for the summer. They're written in detail. They're written clear. I know exactly what it is that I want to achieve and exactly how I'm going to do it. If you want to take it a step further, which I found extremely helpful, write down weekly goals to follow up on the goals that you put for the entire year, semester, or whatever it is. Keep these in your pocket with a pen and scratch them off as you do them. And I guarantee before you know it, you'll be writing new goals. So good luck to you, and I know that you too will be an alumni at Stark State.
In addition to your goal, it's important to establish your priorities. Watch a quick video on a story of why it's important to identify your priorities.
There's a well-known story about a university professor who wanted to make a point about how we make the most of our time. The professor stood before his class with some items in front of him. When the class began, without speaking, he picked up a large, empty jar and proceeded to fill it with rocks about 2 inches in diameter. He then asked the students if the jar was full. They agreed that it was full. So the professor then picked up a box of pebbles and poured them into the jar. He shook the jar lightly and watched as the pebbles rolled into the open areas between the rocks. The professor then asked the students again if the jar was full. They chuckled and agreed that it was indeed full this time. The professor picked up a box of sand and poured it into the jar. The sand filled the remaining open areas of the jar. Now, said the professor, I want you to recognize that this jar signifies your life. The rocks are the truly important things, such as family, health, and relationships. If all else was lost and only the rocks remained, your life would still be meaningful. The pebbles are the other things that matter in your life, such as work or school. The sand signifies the remaining small stuff and material possessions. If you were to put sand into the jar first, there is no room for the rocks or the pebbles. The same can be applied to your lives. If you spend all your time and energy on the small stuff, you will never have room for the things that are truly important. Pay attention to the things in life that are critical to your happiness and well-being. Take time to look after your health, play with your children, go for a run, write a letter to your grandmother. There will always be time to go to work, clean the house, or watch TV. Take care of the rocks first. The things that really matter. Set your priorities. The rest is just pebbles and sand.
In case you're wondering, it really only works if you put the big rocks in first. If you put the sand in first, you run out of room for the big rocks. It's a great metaphor for life. So in addition to writing down your academic goals, be sure to identify your top 3 to 4 big rock priorities that are important to you and that you will set time aside for as it relates to being a successful student. Once you've identified your priorities and goals, I find it helpful to see a visual picture of my semester time commitments before the semester begins to ensure all of my priorities still fit. I would encourage you to try this also. First, begin with a blank schedule for 1 week. Next, Add in all of your semester priorities and time commitments, like classes, study time, family, work. I like to color code mine. Blue for classes, red for study time, green for work, pink and purple for personal. Remember, one of the biggest differences between high school and college is the amount of time you'll need to allocate for studying. For every credit hour you take, you need to set aside 1 to 3 hour time commitment, in addition to the time you spend attending class to study. Notice how your schedule is filling up already? Finally, don't forget to add in time for your additional priorities, like work, family time, personal time, and sleep. Once you have your semester in full view, you may need to make some adjustments and review your priorities in light of your new academic goals. If you need help with this, we have Gateway advisors and staff to help you. It can be overwhelming at first. Start small. Just like a rudder in a ship, it doesn't make one shift and arrive at its destination. It's the small, tiny shifts and choices throughout the journey that ultimately determine if you'll reach your goal or not. Every day, ask yourself, is what I'm doing today furthering my goal? And if not, ask yourself, what do I need to do in life to make this a priority? The second habit of a highly successful student is understanding classroom expectations. As part of your priority setting process, make sure you understand what faculty expect from you. In each class, you'll receive a syllabus, which is your guiding document for this semester. In it, the instructor will lay out for you their expectations that are specific to that particular class and faculty member. But here are some universal expectations from instructors. Be sure to show up for every class. Be on time. Turn your work in on time and read your assignments before class. Communication with your instructor is so important. Stark State faculty and staff care about you and want you to succeed. But it's important that you communicate with us so we know best how to help. And respect each other and each other's opinions and who they are. Which brings us to our next habit of a highly successful student, embracing diversity. Each one of you is unique, from background, race, ethnicity, nationality, religion, gender, sexual age, and physical features and more. These are the pieces that come together and intersect within you to make up who you are. Valuing that intersection that makes you unique is at the core of making Stark State College such a rich environment. I would encourage you, while you're here at Stark State College, strike up a conversation that broadens your perspectives and furthers your understanding. Observe cultural differences, get involved in clubs and organizations, or attend programming to learn more. When you open yourself up to experiences, to those that are different than you, there's so many benefits. We embrace diversity and seek to promote opportunities for excellence to be achieved by all. The fourth habit of a highly successful student is that they seek assistance and resources. The top reasons students drop out of college often have little to do with academics. This past year has been unprecedented. We've all had significant change to our life due to the global pandemic. You may still be experiencing the impact. As things return to in-person, remember that it's okay to reach out. In fact, it's more than okay. I encourage you to reach out. We have an entire staff at Stark State dedicated to helping you succeed. During our program today, we will cover many of these resources available to you. Let's hear from recent Stark State graduate, Frankie Martin.
Welcome new students to Stark State. My name is Frankie and I am a recent graduate. I just wanted to take a few moments to talk about the resources that Stark State has to offer you. Your success is Stark State's main goal, and they provide you so many resources to help you get from start to finish. You just need to reach out and ask for help. I personally use the Writing Center and the Tutoring Center. I was struggling so much in my classes, and without these resources, I probably would have failed. You can also look at the Stark State College Resource Guide for a complete list of resources that are available to you. I would also encourage you to get involved on campus. This is such an amazing thing for me. I was a student worker in admissions. I was a student ambassador for admissions. I was the lead senator for the Student Government Association. I was also president of Student Health Information Management Association Club, as well as a Phi Theta Kappa member. All of these clubs and things that I was involved in really helped me network and connect with everybody. And everyone was always there to help me, and I knew I could always reach out and ask for help. So that is the main thing you need to remember. You have resources to get you from start to finish. You need to reach out and make that step and ask for help. And don't be afraid to ask for help either. So I wish you guys the best, and you made the best decision by coming to Stark State. Good luck.
Finally, highly successful students study what they love. Successful graduate Kara Bagley has some advice on why studying what you love is so important.
When choosing a degree, it's so important that you choose something that you love and that brings you happiness. I recently graduated with my degree in business management, and I chose that degree because when I thought about my future in the business world and hopefully one day becoming CEO, it excited me. And when I got excited about thinking of my future, it motivated me to show up to class, to do my homework, and to get good grades. So I urge you, find a degree, find a career that you love and that will bring you so much happiness. I wish you the best of luck in your college career.
If you don't yet know what your career goal is or need help connecting to the best career for you, be sure to reach out to the Stark State Career Services Office. They can connect you with in-demand careers, and their service is free. As you begin the semester, put into practice these 5 habits of highly successful students. At Stark State, we want you to know that we care about you, and we're excited to partner with you on your academic journey. Welcome to Stark State College. We're glad you're here. Good morning. We are so glad you're here with us this morning. Please enter your questions in the chat, and we'll be happy to answer those live today. Can you believe your first day of class is coming up next week? Our first day is Tuesday, January 18th. So on Monday, if you have a class, Stark State is closed, but we look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. When you arrive, we have tables around campus to help welcome you, help you navigate, and also provide you with some free masks, planners, and also pens as well. So we're so excited that you're coming to Stark State, and we're really excited to talk with you today and answer your questions. It is important at Stark State that you activate and check your Stark State email. All formal communication from the college will be sent to this address. So be sure to stay connected and regularly check your email so that you don't miss any important information. This semester, you'll be receiving an email with information regarding the new mandatory training for Collins Law. We're working to finalize our training now for Collins Law, the Ohio's Anti-Hazing Act. This new law requires that all institutions of higher education offer training that will include information regarding hazing awareness, prevention, intervention, and the institution's policy. However, prior to this, if you do experiencing hazing or any issue related to Collins Law or Title IX, please be sure to report this. At Stark State, we want to ensure a safer campus experience for students by teaching about the risks of hazing and promoting a culture of care. So we're so glad you're here. In addition, you'll also receive in your email information regarding upcoming events, like we have a campus scavenger hunt, ways to join clubs, the Student Leadership Academy, and so much more. So let's go and see if we have questions.
Good morning. My name is Greg Freeman, and I'm your moderator serving this session, and I'm the director of the Upper Bound Math Science and FAME program. Sherry, one of the questions that has come up and are so frequently asked is, how do I get a parking permit?
That's a great question. So when you arrive on campus, first of all, for next week, don't worry about it. Just don't park in the visitor lot. There are student lots all over campus, so please just park there. But then what you want to do is you'll want to go to My Stark State to sign up. Once you've actually then registered for a parking pass, you can come to the campus security office located in the Student Services building and receive that. So again, week 1, don't worry, just get here. We'll help you navigate your classes. Then on week 2, we can help you get the parking pass. And it is completely free, and that will last you all the way through summer, fall, and spring.
One of the other frequent questions are, where do I get my student ID?
It's another great question. So your student ID you can pick up in the Office of Admissions.
Do we have any student clubs?
We do. So here at Stark State College, we have over 50 different student clubs and organizations. The full listing is actually on the website. There's so many different ways you can get involved through clubs that are related to academics, also clubs that are related to perhaps interests that you have outside, from outdoor adventure clubs to chemistry club to honor societies. So please look for ways to get involved. We're going to have a scavenger hunt next month that will actually allow you to meet our students and our student organizations, and also get to know our campus resources as well.
Another frequently asked question is, how do I know which books to buy for class?
That is a really good question. So we have 2 locations where you can pick up your books. Both the College Store is located here at the main campus in the Student Center, and then also at our Akron location, there is a bookstore there too as well. You can also go online and you can access all the information that you need.
A lot of students are coming in, this is their first semester, and they're really nervous. What would you speak to the first year students, first semester students, to ask them how they can break that nervousness about their classes?
That is completely normal. I remember my first day of college. It's been a little while, but everyone feels nervous. We're so glad you're here. Just know that when you get here, we have staff to help welcome you. We'll help you find your classes. We want to make sure that you feel comfortable and have the resources you need to succeed. So again, being nervous is fine. We'll help you navigate. So we really look forward to having you come this semester. Please reach out to us. We have many faculty and staff here all over campus that are thoroughly looking forward to having you come on campus, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Greetings, Stark Staters. I'm Linda Morasco, Director of East Stark State, and I'd like to share with you the top 10 things students need to know about online learning at Stark State College. Let's take a look. Number 10, check your tech hardware edition. You'll want to be sure that you're using a computer or a Mac. It doesn't matter if it's a desktop or a laptop. Make sure you have Chrome, Edge, or Firefox as a browser. Do not use Safari. High-speed internet connections are highly recommended. It will make all of your surfing that much easier. Tablets and phones are great for basic browsing and reading any of your content. They do not make good devices for testing or completing assignments. Number 10, check your tech software edition. Did you know that students have access to Microsoft 360 for free? You do. Go to My Stark State, click on the Help Desk tab, click the Student Help link, and then you'll find Student General Computing software for personal use. You can download Office 360 from there. You also have the Google suite of software available to you via the Google Workspace and your starkstate.net account. One final tool you'll want to have is Grammarly. Grammarly will be your new best friend for writing. Number 10, check your tech online testing edition. For online testing, you're going to want to make sure you have a quiet room with no distractions. You'll need a strong internet connection. You'll want to be sure that no one else in your home is streaming or gaming. You'll also need your ID. Number 9, orientations. Orientations need to be completed before the start of the semester. Stark State College offers 2 orientations. The first one is the new student orientation, which can be found at this website address. When you go to that address, you will see that we've got schedules of orientations that you can attend before the semester begins, and the opportunity to complete an orientation online. If you're an online student, you will need to complete Succeeding Online, which is our required online orientation, which is found in Blackboard, the college's learning management system. Number 8, Blackboard is Stark State College's learning management system. You'll log into it by going to blackboard.starkstate.edu, and this is what that will look like. It will bring you to a login page where you are going to use an account. You will type in your Stark State email address, click Next, and type in your password. Click the Sign In button, and you'll be brought into the institution page on Blackboard. For the most part, you're going to want to go to your courses, where you will see the lineup of courses waiting for you. In this case, this student needs to go in and complete Succeeding Online. And that's how easy it is to log into Blackboard. Number 7, access your classes. You'll find your classes loaded in Blackboard, and you'll click on the courses link to view them. Let's take a look at what that looks like. Remember, we're going to log into Blackboard, and by default, you'll usually start on the institution page, which has a lot of helpful content and instructions and tools that you can use. To see your courses, you're just going to click the courses link found in this black area over on the left side of your screen, and then you can click on any of these classes. They'll either look like this as cards or in a list like this. Either way, just click it and your course will open. Number 6, where do you begin? Where do you begin? Well, at the beginning, of course, in the Start Here folder. When you log into your class, you will see that there is an option for Start Here. You'll click that. You'll find a welcome from your instructor, expectations from the course syllabus, and some other general information. This is always the best place to begin when you start a new class. Number 5, syllabi. Stark State provides a master and a course syllabi. Sometimes they will be combined and there will just be one file, but often there are 2. Those files will tell you everything you need to know about the class. Let's take a look. These will almost always be found in the Start Here folder. So I can click on a course syllabus and it will come up. This is, as you can see, not a real one, but it gives you an idea of the name of the course, what semester you're taking it, what kind of modality it is, whether it's in the classroom or online, the name of your instructor. Please pay particular attention to this area right here. This is how you contact the person teaching the course. Whatever the textbook requirements are, and some general information about the course, grading, all the things that you really need to know. So you definitely want to pay attention to this one. The master syllabus is more specifically just information about the course. It gives you a description of the course, what the general learning outcomes of the course are, and then what the actual objectives are of the course, what you should be able to do by the time you leave the course. That's a quick review of the master and course syllabus. Number 4, create a work-study schedule, and more importantly, stick to it. How much time do online classes take? Well, that depends on the course. Here's a general overview of how much time one course would need. You're taking one 3-credit-hour course. That means that if you were coming to the college, you would be expected to be in class 3 hours that week. So for those 3 hours, you're going to be learning college materials, everything that would be lectured on in a face-to-face course. That's 3 hours of class time. You're at 3 hours right now, and then you've got 4 to 6 hours that you need to set aside for homework and studying in addition to the 3 hours. That means for each online class, you're going to want to spend about 9 hours a week per class. So if you're taking 4 classes, that's about 36 to 40 hours, and you're talking about a full-time job with those 4 classes. It's really important to set that schedule and stick to it. Number 3, complete your week 1 assignments as soon as possible. It's important that you get those done that first week. You want to get on top of it so that you're not behind from the start, and you want to know what kind of expectations your instructor is going to have. Additionally, students who do not turn in their assignments the first week will be dropped as never attends from their course. Here's some tips about completing your writing assignments in Blackboard. First of all, you'll want to write them first in Word or Google Docs and save them. Run a check with Grammarly so that you can make sure that they are grammatically correct. And then copy and paste them into your discussion or assignment box in Blackboard. That way, you don't have to worry about losing internet connection and your writing getting lost. It's really important if you're using it, especially in discussion forums, write them up in Word or Google Doc, check them, and then copy and paste them. In an assignment box, you will have the opportunity to either copy and paste or upload a file. Usually it's going to be you're going to upload a file. Always be sure to note how your instructor wants the assignments submitted so that you follow their instructions. Number 2, getting help. Know how and when to get help. The when is easy. As soon as you think you have a problem, you need to ask for help. It may be from your instructor, or it may be from another resource. We have a student blog, starkstate.edu/eStudent, that contains a ton of information and various ways that you can get help. One of the articles will take you right to information about the college's help desk. Here's the blog, and you can see we have a number of different items that you can use for help. But this one is the page that I just referenced, and it's how to get help for Blackboard. And you can either submit an email, call them, or put in a ticket. And that information is right on the blog. So this is a great resource for all of your questions. This is the link for that blog. One of our secret resources, however, is Lydia Lee. Lydia is a person who is dedicated to working with our students in any of their technical issues. So you see her information right here. So if you're having problems with Blackboard or My Stark State or connecting your ebooks, any other issues that you have, just generally work with technology, Lydia is the person you want to contact. And finally, the number one things that students need to do to help themselves be successful online is communicate. When in doubt, let us know that you're having a problem, whether it's your instructor, your advisor, no matter who it is, reach out and ask for help. We aren't mind readers, and unless you tell us, we don't know that you need some help. And at Stark State College, our goal is for you to do your best and have a great experience.
Good afternoon, Stark Staters. We're certainly excited to be joining you live as we're giving this broadcast. I'm Linda Morasco, Director of East Stark State, and joining me is Jeff Beard, who is up in our Akron office, and he's going to be forwarding some of your questions to me. So Jeff, what do we start with?
One common one we're getting a lot of is, what should I do before my online classes start?
What should you do before your online classes start? So if you signed up for classes before Monday, you should have gotten a love letter from me instructing you to take a look at Succeeding Online. So for those of you for whom this is your first semester, Succeeding Online is our required online orientation, and you have to take that and complete it before classes begin on Tuesday. So if you haven't done that yet, you've got the weekend. It only takes a couple of hours, and it'll step you through using Blackboard and using the services that are involved with that, making sure that you've got you know how to use the various tools that we have incorporated in that. So you'll want to complete Succeeding Online before Tuesday. That's probably the biggest thing.
After I've completed my orientation, how do my online classes work on the first day, and will I get all the information I need?
That's a good question too. So classes will open on Tuesday. Now some instructors open their classes early and you can get in. You may even be able to get in now. I know a lot of them have opened them, but they will all open on Tuesday. Most of them should be open at midnight. If you want to stay up till Monday late and get on right at midnight, you can do that. But they'll be open on Tuesday, and you're going to start in the Start Here folder. So all of our online classes follow a template, and the Start Here folder is where you're going to want to begin. It'll have the syllabus in there. It'll have the introduction from your instructor, so you know who's teaching your class, and we have actual real people teaching all the classes. These are not computer taught, they are computer delivered. So you'll want to do all of the Start Here. If you're taking any classes that require special software, that information will be in that Start Here folder. Maybe if there's any other special tools or software you need, it'll all be right there. So the Start Here folder is your first thing, and then you'll want to go to the lessons page, and that's another tab that you'll see in Blackboard, and that's going to probably have your week 1, and all of the information will be in there. There could be links that will take you to a book if you're doing an online book. There might be instructions on what pages in a physical book to read. Some of the classes actually provide videos and various PDF files that you would read for the documentation for your class. So everything you need will be in that week 1 folder. So your Start Here folder and your week 1 folder are going to be the things you want to get into next week. Now here's the really important thing. The federal rules state that you have to physically attend your classes. So for the ones where you come to the classroom, well, that's easy. You just come in and you sit down and you're there. For the online classes, you actually have to complete work. So you're going to need to get your work completed that first week in order to actually be attending the class. And if you don't get that work done, you risk being dropped from the class. So pay particular attention to everything you need to do that first week.
We have some people wondering if they can download these slides or view this presentation again later.
You absolutely can review it later. You'll want to go to starkstate.edu/eStudent, and that is the student resources blog for e-learning, and you'll find the presentation on there. It's one of the top links on the page that'll say the top 10 tricks, so you can watch it over and over and over and over again.
What does it mean when my schedule says I am registered for a W2, 3, or 4 course?
W2, 3, or 4 courses are the modalities that we offer in web learning. A Web 2 class is a hybrid that is taught half online, half in the classroom. So you will typically only come to class 1 day a week. The Web 3 classes are fully online, and the Web 4 classes have about 8 different modalities options. So you'll need to check what your instructor wants to do, but there's usually a combination of either in-person, online, and more typically the just kind of like the, oh, I'm getting the I'm almost done thing. So you'll want to check the list for and check with your instructor to find out how they're delivering the class. I am thrilled to have been here. I will be monitoring the chat for a bit, so if you have some questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And I'll be turning it over to Career Services, and Cal Reed will be up next.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm here today from Career Services to talk to you about jump-starting your career confidence. You know, so many students come to us with so many questions, and we know that it's really hard coming to school and trying to ponder all of these yourself. And you might be thinking, I'm not even sure what to major in, or maybe I'm not sure what career is right for me, or how do I know I've made the right choice, or how do I know I'm going to be successful, or how can I even get a job after I graduate in my field, or maybe it's who can help me with any of this? And we don't want you to do it alone. We don't want your brain to explode. We are here to help you. So no matter where you are in this career success pathway, whether you are just discovering, whether you're preparing, whether you're connecting, or whether you're launching, we have developed a full set of specialized and individualized career services for you. So on your screen, you're going to see some of the things that we help with. But you know what? If what you need isn't on your screen, just ask. That's exactly what we want to do, is create services that are just for you, no matter where you are in this process. One of the tools that we have that's available to you even before you start your time here at Stark State is called Career Coach. At the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a link that you can go to, and it's going to take you to this platform. So it's completely free for you to use, and you're going to start by clicking the sign up button in the top right-hand corner, and then you're going to click Take Assessment. And so when I say assessment, I don't want you to think that it's going to ask you a bunch of questions about how you are in history or math. This is not a placement test. This is 60 questions based on your interests and your values that's going to help align a career to fit for you. And so when you go through this process, there's 2 things I don't want you to worry about. The first is if you have enough education or training to be able to do the thing it's asking you if you're interested in doing on the screen. Don't worry about that. That's what Stark State is going to help you with. The second thing is I don't want you to worry about money. And I know that's really hard to do, but just try to ignore that piece of it. And then when you come in to work with a career specialist, we will absolutely talk about the dollars because that's important. So it's going to ask you questions that look like this. Build kitchen cabinets.
Would you like to do that? In your heart, you know whether, if I called you and said, drop everything you're doing, we're gonna build kitchen cabinets, whether that sounds like something you'd like to do or whether you think, please never call me and ask me to do that again. And so I want you to be honest. I don't want you to choose unsure as you answer these questions. You know in your heart, just pick what your gut is telling you. After you finish the 60-question assessment, it's going to give you a report. And I want you to make an appointment with a career specialist. We're going to talk about how to do that in just a couple minutes here. And come in and unpack that with us. So a piece of paper, an online assessment, should never tell you who you are as a human being. This is just the start of a conversation to figure out that fit and some opportunity paths for you. Also in Career Coach, you're going to be able to explore some of the outcomes that it gives you. So maybe you get a 100% match or a 90% match in a certain area. Well, you can click on that area. On your screen, you're going to see the example of education and training. And then you can go even further. So there's lots of different job titles within education and training. What could some of those be? And how do you match within those? You can choose one to explore. And then it is going to go back to that financial piece. It's going to tell you how much the average salary is. It's going to tell you how many job openings there are. And what's really neat is on the right-hand corner of your screen, you can set a radius. So maybe you live within 10 miles of our main campus in North Canton. Or maybe you're coming from Cleveland. You can set the parameter to wherever you're coming from, and it's going to create that radius for you of information. So feel free to explore that at your leisure. Next, we have a second tool for you to be able to use as soon as you enroll at Stark State, and it's called Handshake. The goal of coming to college is to be able to get a really good job when you graduate, and we are going to help you all the way to prepare for that, but you want to start using those opportunities now to see what's out there for you. So our platform for job and internship and event searching is called Handshake. It's the #1 used in the nation. It's the best way to connect with employers, and you can start using that as soon as you enroll. So you're going to go to joinhandshake.com. You'll see that link at the bottom of your screen. When you go to Handshake, it's going to look like Facebook. It's going to function like LinkedIn. It's going to think like Netflix. It's very intuitive to what you're interested in. So the more you interact with it, the more it's going to make suggestions that are based on exactly what you're looking for. You're able to build a profile, research companies, and apply for job and internship opportunities at the click of a button. So make sure you take advantage of that tool. We are going to help you the whole time you're here to have these opportunities come to you. We have about 150 different jobs posted on Handshake every single day, whether those are full-time, part-time, internship, apprenticeship, whatever you're looking for. Each week, we send out a highlight email that we want you to take a look at. It's going to share those opportunities with you, as well as let you know what's going on campus. You know, it's so easy to get overwhelmed when you come to school. You will get so many emails, but this is one that you want to take a look at. Less than 2 minutes is going to give you a great idea of what opportunities are available for you. We have a full menu of events for you to interact with while you're here, whether that's customized workshops or career clothing events or career fairs or employee engagement activities. You need to take advantage of wherever you are in this discovery pathway, and we will provide you with step-by-step help to go through that process. So get in touch with us. Stop into our office in person. We love to meet you. You can make an appointment online using our website. You can interact with us via social media. And as always, all questions are welcome. That's exactly what Career Services is here for. So welcome to Stark State, and we can't wait to meet you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cal Reed, and I am the Assistant Director of Career Services. And I'm very happy to facilitate this version of our Q&A session.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Lydia Lee, and I'm the Dean of Student Success at Stark State College, and I have the opportunity to assist Kel Reed in with the question and answer period. So Kel, we have our first question. What kind of career events will you be offering this spring?
That's a great question. So every semester we have a variety of different events. So for example, this spring semester we do have an all majors career fair coming up in April, and we also have a few different career engagement series where students have the opportunity to learn about different career fields. So for example, we have one in medical coding and engineering technologies this semester. You can find a full list of our events on our website though, and you can register through Handshake to attend any of those that you might find interesting. There's also a list of workshops that are available. So we talk through things like our resume building, cover letters, and also LinkedIn as well.
Great, we have another question. So do I have to to make an appointment, an in-person appointment, or will Career Services offer virtual appointments?
That's another great question. We do offer virtual and in-person appointments at the main campus and also at our Akron campus as well.
Great. Another one. I work and I go to school during the day. Does Career Services offer evening appointments?
We absolutely do offer evening appointments. On Tuesdays, we are here at the main campus and Akron campus until 6:30.
Excellent. Let's see. Do I have to wait until I'm getting ready to graduate to visit Career Services?
Another great question. Please don't wait until you're graduating to come see us. We are happy to serve you right now. We are happy to walk you through anything from resume building to figuring out what you want to do with your major, finding internships, finding jobs. So we are here as a service to walk you through during all phases while you're here at Stark State. We are also a free service to you once you graduate too. So please always feel free to come into our office because we are always happy to help you in any way that we can.
Another question. So I am coming to Stark State this spring, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to study. How can you help me?
That's a great question. So one of our most popular appointment types is career exploration. That's where we walk you through an assessment and identify what your Holland code is. So that way we are able to help you identify which career types you might be interested in going into once we identify your Holland code. And then it's not just one appointment that is where we're able to identify that with you. It takes several different appointments. That way we make sure that you are in the right area and going towards the career choice that matches your interests. So that's something that we are more than happy to help you with, and also it does take some time to figure out because it's an important decision to make in life, and we don't want you to base it off of just 1 hour with us. So we're there to walk you through figuring it out and also to figure out how to get there essentially too.
Another question. So as a student, I'm looking for jobs that are high in demand and that pay well. Can you help me with that?
Absolutely. We have a different variety of resources that we provide to you and can share with you during an appointment. So that way you're able to identify which jobs you might be interested in, and we take the time to read through the job descriptions with you and help identify which skills that they're looking for and whether or not you have them or what we can do to help you build those skills to make you a qualified candidate. That way you are, a competitive candidate in getting that job or internship, whatever it may be.
Okay, I think that might be all the questions that we have.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully, again, we hope to see you soon in our office, and welcome to spring 2022.
Hi, everybody. My name is Benjamin Tobias. I'm the director of the TRIO Student Support Services program here at Stark State College, and we are very excited to start the new semester and having people on campus gathering, learning, and enjoying their time in college, because it's an exciting time to be at Stark State this year and every year. And we're very excited to have people back and have you on campus. My job today is to talk to you about the importance of getting an early start on your college education. And this is called the 6 weeks of student success. And boy, those first 6 weeks are so important. The first 6 weeks of any semester is important, and especially the first 6 weeks of your very first semester as a college student. I can't stress to you enough that and I know you've heard this throughout your academic life, is that getting a good start, a fast start, is so important and actually makes things easier as you go along in a semester. The quicker we can get ourselves organized, the quicker we can present ourselves as students of higher education, the easier it is. Although easy isn't a good word, the more manageable it is for certain. So let's take a look at the first 6 weeks of a college student's education at Stark State. And the most important thing to do is to check your email. Now, I know that you are inundated with email after email after email from friends and family and school and businesses. And we get hit with Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all of these apps that come at us with so many notifications, and it's important to filter that out and prioritize what's important when it comes to getting our degree and being at Stark State. And so the importance of checking your email, specifically your Stark State email, is so important because that's how information is going to get transferred to you the best way. That's how people are going to be able to reach you in the best way, through your online classes, through your in-person classes, with your teachers, with your advisors. Checking your email is so very important. And I know that people's inboxes get filled with 1,000, 2,000. I recently saw somebody had 200,000 unread emails in their inbox, and I just about fell over because I'm a person who likes to clear their inbox. But I kid you not, I saw 200,000 unread emails. I know that nobody like you is going to have that, but it is very important to check your email right away when you're at Stark State College. Obviously, number 2, we go to class. You can't learn unless you're in the class. And it is so important to be in the classroom and to be engaged in the classroom. We talk about having butts in the seat and brains in the seat. And coming to class is one thing, but being in class is a completely separate entity. And we want to not only attend class, but be in class, be actively engaged. We want to review the syllabus. You're going to get a syllabus at the beginning of class, probably on the first day, and your teacher's going to look and tell you, here's the expectations of the class. Here's your homework. Here's when your tests are going to be. Here's when your quizzes are going to be. And you want to review that syllabus because that's a nice outline that shows you pretty much exactly how the semester is going to go for that class. Review that syllabus very closely, and that will help you align all of your classes together as you go along, because then you can put due dates on your calendar. And that calendar is going to be important to show you, I have a test coming up, I have a quiz coming up, I have midterms coming up. There's so much reading that is done on a college level, and that's a good thing. Reading is a very good thing, but we have to know when we're going to have to do that reading. And so being able to put those dates in your calendar by reviewing your syllabi is so very important. And I just said that reading is important in college, and we have to start our reading right away. I know people don't like to read anymore, and I know that reading is sometimes cumbersome, but it's important to take that time to read that information as quickly as possible. And then finally, you want to identify your success champions. Now, what do I mean by success champions? The whole goal is graduation, correct? We want to graduate from Stark State College, and your success champions can be identified as your official advisors, whether it's in TRIO in my program, whether it's your academic advisor, whether it's your gateway advisor, whether it's your financial aid advisor. But success champions can take on the role of a member of faculty that you just happen to really relate to, and that person will help you get through. It could be a member of the staff who you just found a connection with, who can help you get through. It could be a member of the maintenance crew at Stark State, who are all wonderful, who can help you get through. You identify that success champion, that person who's going to help you get through college. And they also help not just academically, but sometimes just a nice smile for the day or a little bit of advice. All of those little things add up to what helps us get through college. And that helps us get through the very first week, because now we're on the second week of student success, and the first thing you have to do is check your email. We don't want an inbox of 200,000 emails. We want to check our email and find out what Stark State College has to tell us from our instructors, from our advisors, from our classrooms. We want to go to class. You cannot learn unless you're in class. We want to build relationships with instructors. That's important in college because we're not looking at our parents anymore. Our parents won't even know our grades. We're not allowed to tell your parents your grades. It doesn't work like that anymore. This is big boy school, right? So we have to develop relationships with our instructors. And that means communicating in class, adding your thoughts when an instructor adds your thoughts. That's how we build these relationships so that your instructor can know where you're coming from as a student, where you're coming from as a member of Stark State's community. And that will help build not only the relationship from a grade point, from a grade standard, from just getting a grade in a class, but building a relationship as a member of an institution of higher education. Because it's a community, and it's how we learn, and it's how we grow, and it's how we build. And it's so important to build those relationships with instructors. We have to set goals for the semester. Everybody wants to be a 4.0 student. Everybody wants to be a straight A student, but we're not. We're not straight A students. Not everybody is, and that's okay. The whole goal is to learn and to graduate and to get a job out into the real world. And if your goal is to get a C in a class, then get that C. If your goal is to get a B in the class, then get that B. There's nothing wrong with sometimes even getting a D in a class, because We're going to face those classes that are so hard and challenge us so difficult. And we're going to grind our way through. And sometimes we feel so good about the D that we earned in that class because we worked our rear ends off for it. Set those goals and do your best to maintain those goals. And finally, make friends. College is about relationships. It's about finding new people who you didn't necessarily commune with when you were in high school. You make friends by being on campus and going to the atrium and being a part of clubs and being a part of activities. And that's important too, because though we are a commuter school and we don't live on campus like other four-year traditional colleges, it's still a great place to come together. And while we are learning, we're making friends and finding people with similar interests that we have. And you'll be surprised. You might find that you're interested in something completely vague that I can't think of off the top of my head. And you'll find out that there's somebody else out there who has the same interest. And that's really cool to find that, because that makes college much more tolerable. Here we are entering into week 3 already. And of course, week 3, the first thing we want to do is check our email. Go through that inbox. Find that information that's important to us from our teacher, our advisor, our friend, our colleague. We want to be able to check our email. We want to go to class. We have to be in class. Is there an excuse to miss class? Of course there is, right? We're sick, our car breaks down, something happens. We miss class. It happens. And your responsibility is to tell your teacher, contact your teacher and say, I missed class for this reason. And your teacher is going to say, okay, that's all right. We have excused absences. It happens. We communicate that. But if we just miss class because we didn't go to class, nah, you're out of luck. Again, it's big boy school. You miss class, and you're behind already, and no one's going to slow down for you. We have to look for tutoring. There's great tutoring on campus. We have a tutoring center. We have advisors. We have people that will gladly help you, whether it's a fellow classmate. We look to our teacher. We have to find tutoring. We have to find help. There's so much help available for you at Stark State College, and so many people who are willing to help you, but it's on you to find that person who might be able to tutor you the best. And there might be somebody in the tutoring center who, like we talked about building relationships, somebody who's going to be able to really make a connection with you and help you get through the class that you're looking for. So seek that tutoring out. It's so important. What barriers are you facing? What barriers do you find that are coming up? Well, we are going to face academic barriers for sure, but there might be financial barriers, there might be emotional barriers, there might be any number of barriers that occur. What are those barriers? And then find the support for those barriers. And whether it's through a TRIO counselor, whether it's through Gateway, whether it's through financial aid, it doesn't matter. Find the support to help you get through that barrier. It's there and it exists, but because it's a college, it's on you to look for that support, because no one's going to say no to you. I can guarantee you that. And then I talked about in week number 2, we wanted to make friends. Well, the final thing we want to do in week number 3 is check out student life. Student life is awesome, and you've already heard from Sherry Brooks. Student life is such a great way to get involved in all the activities at Stark State College, for the various clubs that you can think of, to be active and make friends and be engaged, because the more engaged you are with the college, the more time you're spending on the campus, the more you are thinking like a person of higher education, the more you're able to move yourself into that position of becoming a learned person who's going to graduate from college. And being a part of student life is so important with that. And Sherry does an awesome job building our student life program. Here we are in week 4. We're 1 month into our first semester at Stark State College. And of course, the very first thing we want to do is check our email. Look for the emails that are important from Stark State College that will give you the information that you're looking for. And of course, we want to go to class. And we want to prep for those upcoming tests, because by week 2, week 3, week 4, you've got tests coming. And they might be in hard classes that you've been struggling in, but you've been seeing the tutor, like we talked about in week 3. You've been building those relationships, like we talked about in week 2. So that upcoming test, it might be daunting and it might be intimidating, but you're ready because you've been doing your reading, you've been setting your goals, you've been maintaining those relationships. So you're ready to look at those first upcoming tests in that first month. Did you get an early alert? Nothing wrong with getting an early alert. Early alerts are designed to help you. Early alert means this student is struggling in class, so I'm going to give them an early alert. They're going to get a warning, if you will, that will say, hey, I know that you're struggling. Here's an alert. Now we need to find out how we can help you get through this class. Early alerts aren't bad things. It's a good thing to help you understand that we need to get going on this class and do as well as we can. And as we're looking at those early alerts, we need to look for help with those study skills. There's a difference between being smart and being a good student. And part of being a good student is having those good study skills. There's a lot of reading involved in college. We've already talked about that, and you've already jumped on that reading on that very first week. But learning how to study strategically, learning how to study in an effective manner that gets you to the information as quickly as possible, that's a skill. That's a learned skill. That has nothing to do with smarts. That's a skill. It's like walking and talking. So get help with those study skills, with how to go about attacking each and every individual class. And that's a difficult thing to do, but it's not a difficult thing to master. We're entering into week number 5, and of course the first thing we want to do in week number 5 is check our email. We've talked about that, and we want to go to class. So important to be in class. We can't build those relationships with students, teachers, faculty, staff, unless we're coming to class and being on campus. It's easy to lose our focus. Week number 5, we're starting to get a little fuzzy because we're into a second month of school, and it's easy to lose on focus on what it is that we're trying to accomplish. We have to keep that calendar up to date with all of the things that are coming up. We've entered those dates when we looked at the syllabus, but things come up. We have work-life balance, right? We have school-life balance, so we have to look at that calendar. For those of you that have children or have parents that you're taking care of, you have to look at that calendar and keep that calendar up to date. And we have to seek inspiration. I told you that we look for those success counselors, right? Those success mentors, those helpers. Well, we have to find that inspiration anywhere we can find it on Stark State. Sometimes the inspiration comes internally, and we can go to a private part of the college that gives us a chance to focus and quiet our minds. That's a way to seek inspiration. Or we can seek inspiration in a palpable manner by finding somebody that inspires us on the campus, that helps us feel like we need that boost, that assistance, that encouragement to be able to make it through something as difficult as higher education. And finally, you've got to keep reading. You are going to be reading for the next 2, 3 years, 4 years that you're at Stark State, and there's a lot of reading, and it never stops. I still read a ton to this day, and I'm done with college. I'm done getting degrees, but reading never stops, and you've got to keep reading to keep up to date. And finally, we're going to get into week number 6. And of course, the very first thing we have to do in week number 6 is check our email. Look for the important emails from Stark State. Filter through those things that have meaning to you, and make sure that you're checking your email and making sure that you're going to class. We have to assess our grades. If you got an early alert, we need to keep on top of our grades. I require my students to know their grades at all times. And that doesn't mean you have to memorize your grades, but you have to have pretty quick access to your grades. And that's an easy thing to do these days. You know, everything's in our phones, everything's on our computers. So if I ask a student how they're doing in a class and they say, I don't know, that makes me crazy. I don't even want to hear that. We need to know our grades at all times. Whether it's an F or whether it's an A, it's okay. Know your grades and find out what you need to do to improve or to keep doing well, but know your grades at all times. And in this day and age, it is so easy to know our grades. We can literally click on our phones and find out our grades. It's also time to assess how are things going. I have so many students that are doing just fine academically, but they're still struggling with college. They're struggling to make friends. They're struggling to find their way. They're struggling to find that balance. How are things going? That's such a broad thing to ask, but oftentimes when you ask that question, people get to the specifics pretty quickly. And that's where your advisors come in. That's where TRIO comes in. That's where your success counselors come in. They can help you not necessarily get the answers, because I definitely don't have any answers, but we can help you find the answers. We can help you even just talk about it, because that's half the battle sometimes, is just talking about it. How are things going? And finally, week number 6, midterms is week 8. So week number 6, we're preparing for those midterms. And midterms, boy, they come on top of you fast. You were just a high school senior, and now you're doing midterms in college. and it comes at you so quickly, and we need to prepare for those midterms and get ready for those big tests that are coming up that talk about that first semester of work that you're doing. I know it seems daunting. I know it's a lot of information, and I know it seems like those first 6 weeks go awfully fast, and they do. Your whole college career goes by fast. But the help is there available to you. There's so much help at Stark State College for people who really know what they're doing. I've been at this a long time, and I always find people with unique challenges and interesting experiences, and it never ceases to amaze me, the stories that I hear when people come to Stark State, and I'm always amazed at the resiliency of my students and every student that I come across. So I want to encourage you to really hit that first 6 weeks hard at Stark State College, and it will make things more manageable. Not easier, more manageable, because it is going to be hard, but it's going to be fun too, because there's nothing more exciting than learning something new each and every day. So I want to thank you again for attending this seminar and continue to encourage you to look for as much help as you can at Stark State College. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Flowers, and I'm an academic advisor in the Gateway Student Services Center at the Akron campus. The Gateway Student Services Center is your one-stop for all things student-related. Gateway Student Services is located in M102 at the main campus in North Canton and in room A102 at the Akron campus. In the Gateway Student Services Center, you will find your Gateway advisor, like myself, who will work with you through your first 15 college-level credits before you transition to your faculty advisor. You can also meet with a financial aid specialist regarding your FAFSA, student requirements, or any questions you might have about your financial aid. Schedule changes, change of majors, and most other needs can be taken care of at the Gateway Student Services Center as well. Information can be given and referrals made for tutoring, career services, disability, military, student counseling, and other student support services through the Gateway Student Services Center. Information can be given and referrals made for tutoring, career services, disability services, military, and student counseling, as well as other support services. So when in doubt, stop by the Gateway Student Services Center to get the help that you need.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth with Karen and Jeff, the student support counselors here at Stark State. Navigating your way through college, especially your first year, can be difficult. Working, studying, and family all need our attention. It's hard to balance it all. Know that it's okay to feel how you're feeling. We are here to help. We can't control a lot of these stressors, so what can we do? You can schedule a time with one of us in the student support office. Let's talk. It's free and confidential. We may even be able to guide you to some resources you didn't know you had. Check out our website for additional resources and information. Download our Reach Out app. Come to one of our workshops. You may learn some tools to help cope with life obstacles and how to better support each other. Karen, Jeff, and I are here student support counselors who are here to listen and help. Reach out and let's talk.
Hi, my name is Kyle Tarkitis. I'm an assistant professor of mathematics and the coordinator of the Math Learning Center here at Stark State College. The Math Learning Center offers tutoring both in person and virtually. Tutoring on the main campus and Perkins campus is in person. We offer one-on-one appointments and walk-ins are welcome. For more information, please visit your Blackboard course or go to My Stark State Academic Support Math Learning Center.
Hello, welcome to Stark State College. My name is Rebecca Moden, and I'm here to talk to you about the Science Learning Center. The Science Learning Center is a support service for any student in chemistry, biology, and physics classes. We are here to help you with understanding the material from your class or even your lab, homework assignments, or other skills that you might need, like how to study or taking notes. We are here to support your success in your class. So come check us out and come early. Use us as much as you need or as long as you need. We have 3 locations for your convenience. We have a main campus location in H200, an Akron campus location at A111, an online location which you can get through Blackboard in your course, We have hours every day of the week, and they are listed on My Stark State and at each center. We look forward to working with you soon.
Hello, I'm Nicole from the Writing Center. Our Writing Center tutors are available to help you with any writing assignment from any of your courses. We can help you at any stage of your writing process, from generating ideas to putting the finishing touches on your final draft. We are here to provide you with professional feedback and answer all of your writing questions. Our tutors are available for both in-person and online appointments. You can find all the information you need to connect with us by logging into your My Stark State account, clicking on the Academic Support tab, and selecting Writing Center. We look forward to supporting your academic success.
Hi, I'm Marcia Addison, and I'm the Director of Library Services here at Stark State College.
And I'm Sarah Klink, the Assistant Director, and we're your digital librarians.
We have a non-traditional library here at Stark State. Our library is online, or as we like to say, digital. This means you can use library resources from anywhere you have a good internet connection.
But don't think this means you have to go it alone. You can connect with your Stark State digital librarians, us, by going to our library website. Just type in Stark State Digital Library on your internet browser.
On that main library page, you will find various ways to connect with us, like chat, email, or even the phone.
You can even make one-on-one appointments with us if that's what works for you. We both look forward to meeting with you.
Welcome to Stark State College.
Hello again. I'm Sherry Brooks from the Office of Student Life and Recreation. There are many ways to get involved and connected at Stark State, from social to educational to recreational opportunities. You can join fellow students in pursuing an interest or talent or just having fun. Stark State College offers more than 50 student clubs and organizations that you can join to share your interests from academic to social. You can also meet new people by visiting the game room in S200. The game room offers a friendly, relaxing atmosphere where you can play video games, air hockey, table tennis, foosball, or just hang out in the theater room. You can also build your leadership skills and represent the voice of the student body by joining the Student Government Association. Did you know Stark State College offers a free leadership certificate for students? The Student Leadership Academy is designed to help you develop valuable skills your future employers are looking for, from communication to goal setting and presentation skills. If you want to build your resume, meet new people, and improve your leadership skills, then the Student Leadership Academy is for you. No previous leadership experience necessary. For more information, visit the Student Life page at starkstate.edu. We look forward to connecting with you and seeing you soon.
You know, I remember my first day of college about 100 years ago, and it also happened to be my first day of boot camp because I went to a military academy for college. And I remember our dean of students, who was a captain at the time, walking or looking around the room and saying, "You're going to fail, you're going to fail, you're going to fail, and the rest of you are probably going to fail as well." So it got me to thinking, it's a little bit different these days. We don't really walk around telling students that they're going to fail and drop out so much anymore. But back then, they were bound and determined that we were going to fail college. Thankfully, I didn't, but I sure did struggle, and I didn't get there without support and help from the various people at the university where I went to school, not only classmates, but faculty, staff, teachers, all the support services that were available I took advantage of, because I'm not the smartest bulb in the box, but I sure did have to work hard to get to where I had to get to. So we're going to open it up to Elizabeth for any more questions that people may have.
Thanks, Ben. I have a couple questions for you. One of the Facebook questions is, what time do I attend my online class? Do I pick a day and time?
Yeah, that's a good question. You need to read your syllabus. Online classes are very flexible, right? So it's flexible to your instructor as well. So your instructor is going to determine when times need to be met, when you have to meet those deadlines. So that's why reading that syllabus that I talked about in week 1 of student success, you have to read that syllabus and come up and know when your instructor wants to meet at those particular times. And because it's an online class, your instructor is going to try to be as flexible as possible with the classroom. But again, it's also school, so we have to come to an agreement to when we're going to meet. So read your syllabus, and you'll know when your classes are.
With online, it's a little tricky, so how can we build relationships with those instructors?
Yeah, I saw that come up in the comments section, and it is hard to build relationships at this day and age, especially since we're all very remote, and we're all texting each other, and we're not really seeing each other face to face. But then, on the YouTube feed, somebody sent a positive message. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was a supportive message to somebody else saying, you're going to be okay. And that's how we build those online relationships, right? That's how we build those relationships, if we're online, I should say, those online classes, by sending those supportive messages, by reaching out to our instructors, by reaching out to our other students in the classroom. That's where the messages are going to build up, that's where the relationships are going to build up, and that's going to help you get through those online classes.
Okay, so I really only have one more question, so if you have questions out there, please get them in quickly here. My next question was about computers. You know, computers are so important, so is there any assistance for computer access and Wi-Fi?
The question came up about a Chromebook, and ideally, Chromebooks are not the best thing in the world. No one's going to deny that, especially for the caseload that comes up with college work. However, it is a very good starting point if you've never worked with a computer before, never had a laptop, or don't have access to a laptop. It's a very good way to get started, to get the basic things that you need to get done, because for many of you, which is your first semester of college, you're doing the basic things right now, the basic classes, the basic relationship building, the basic answers that you're looking for. So why not start out with something basic? A Chromebook will be able to get you there. And having said that, the Stark County Library, it has a program called Connected, and they are going to have a limited supply of Chromebooks that you can check out for the semester at no cost. I'll say that again. The Stark County Library has a program called Connected, where you can check out a Chromebook at no cost. Each computer comes with a Wi-Fi hotspot, and you'll have to watch for more information on your My Stark State, on your email, on your Blackboard. Look for it. Read that email. Don't let that email pile up. Read that email. Those information will come through. Having said that, there are distribution dates. I'll say it again. The Stark County Library is going to have a program called Connected for Chromebooks. The distribution dates will be January 19th from 9 to noon and January 20th from 3 to 6. Maybe this was already posted, but that's okay. I'll say it again in case somebody missed it. It has not been posted. Okay, I'll say it again. January 19th from 9 to noon and January 20th from 3 to 6 at the Stark County Library for the program called Connected.
And then we have two more. The one question is about the classroom chats, and again, that's in Blackboard. But the question is, if we are strictly online, will there be any classroom chats we can join in to keep get any help from our peers?
Sure, absolutely, yes, and that builds organically as you go along in the classroom. So of course, you will absolutely be able to make connections with other students virtually through that. Yes.
Okay, and then again, thank you, Robert. Robert put the positive message I think that we want to leave on. He responded to the positive message. He said, I believe the message was, we got this.
Yeah, you do got this. College is hard. It's supposed to be hard, but you've got this. You're going to be able to get through it and look for all the help that you need. Because let me tell you, I don't care how smart you think you are or how smart you may be, everybody needs help in order to make it through. Go ahead.
And so just again about the Stark County Library program, the Chromebooks are going to be here. And again, I see the chat about the Chromebooks, but remember they come with a Wi-Fi, and sometimes Wi-Fi is essential. So that it is an option if you need Wi-Fi or a Chromebook that just gets you through assignments when you can't get to your computer. It is a good program, so watch for your emails on that. And the distribution is right here at Stark State in our digital library or somewhere on campus, but that'll all be in an announcement that comes. So again, the Chromebook comes with the Wi-Fi, so it's access to internet, which is also very important. So I think that's what we have. I don't have any more questions, so thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, everybody, and good luck this semester.
Hello, my name is Robert Wright, and I'm a student here at Stark State College, where I have recently graduated with my degree in graphic design and currently finishing my degree in digital photography. I am also involved with a multimedia group here on campus, along with being a student worker in Stark State's Student Life Department. My advice for new and returning students is to not be afraid of pursuing your goals in a changing world. Returning to college can be an overwhelming thing. We know that here at Stark State, and we are here to help. You just need to take it day by day. Because taking your first class turns into finishing your first week, then your first semester, your first year, and before you know it, your first college degree. As long as you take it day by day, you'll reach your goals here at Stark State College.
Hello, my name is Brody Yoder. Right now at school, I'm in school for accounting and taxation. So that's a major in accounting, minor in taxation. When I graduate, I'll have my associate's degree in accounting and a certificate for taxation. Right now at Stark State, I am the standing president of the IMA, which stands for Institute of Managerial Accountants. And other than that, the reason why I chose Stark State is because it's very small. Everybody gets to know each other very quickly, and you can have interpersonal connections with your professors, so it's not like they're just speaking in front of like 200 kids or something. And every class, they get to know you, they know how you do work and what best fits you, and they can work on a more of an individual level. Other than that, the students are very, very welcoming at all. It's like no one just, if you say hi to somebody, somebody's gonna say hi back to you. And it's more of a community and more of a family. I would strongly urge you guys to get in some type of group. Like me, I am in the IMA, like I said, Institute of Managerial Accountings, and it's basically just a group of all the accounting and all the business majors collab together. And all we do is talk about things. We do go on trips, and just to help our community as the business side. Other groups, they just work on your personal levels, what's your personality. There are groups for that. There are groups for your business, for your major, whatever that may be. But it allows you to give you a sense of what am I supposed to be doing? Do I need help with other classes? If a professor is, crowded up one day, you still have other students say, hey, can I have help with homework? Or hey, can you want to meet up after school? So Stark State does a really perfect job at doing that as opposed to bigger colleges. So that's why I chose Stark State.
Hi Stark State students, and welcome to the Stark State community. My name's Natalie and I'm a recent graduate of Stark State. I graduated last December with my degree in psychology. During my time at Stark State, I was involved in a lot of different things. I was the vice president of student government, as well as the food pantry coordinator for Psi Beta Honor Society. I was also involved in Phi Theta Kappa, as well as Student Advisory Council. So my advice for you guys is just to definitely get involved. That's the main thing, as well as definitely go to class. Attending your classes is super important. And the last thing is getting involved in discussions in the classroom. I think like talking to your teachers and your classmates, asking questions will really make all the difference in your future.
Welcome to Stark State College. I'm Dr. Lydia Gibson-Shreve, Provost and Chief Academic Officer. Thank you for choosing Stark State as your college. I hope that you've enjoyed your Jumpstart virtual experience. It's designed to provide you with information and strategies to assist with a successful first semester and future semesters. If you experience challenges at any point, please reach out to one of us so that we can assist you. We are here to help you achieve your career goals. No one makes it through life without the assistance of others. So please know that we are here to help you. As you conclude your day and think about your future, imagine that it is approximately 2 years from now. We are past the COVID pandemic concerns, and you are sitting at the Canton Civic Center wearing a graduation gown. Now imagine being asked to turn your tassel from right to left. Please keep that image and your career goal in mind each time that you experience a struggle in your life. Don't lose sight of your goals, and I look forward to seeing you at a future graduation.